Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to use the high school science course materials. This is going to be the main website for the school, and you can see the address up here in the left-hand corner. You can translate this page into English or French. You can see right now that it's in the French language. We can translate it into English just by clicking the English button, and now all the words have been changed. The high school button is going to be right there in the middle. And then once you're on this high school page, you'll see all of our different course materials, and we'll click on science for today. On this main page, you'll just see any changes that I may have made to the course, but really where you want to focus is going to be in the classwork section. Now, most of this is written in English. You can translate this into French by adding the Google Translate extension in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the little logo up here once it's been loaded. And in your web browser, you want to make sure you're always in the Google Chrome web browser and linked to your Google Chrome account for Educate the Congo. Once you do that, then you can just go into the three-dot menu and hit translate, and then it'll give you the option of doing it in English or French. So anything that was not in French before has now been translated into the French language. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back into English. Up here at the top, you'll see just some get to know your classroom materials. Scrolling down, you'll see some basic information just for all the science courses, lab safety, reliable sources of information, things like that. Once you click on that link, you'll see that there's a lab safety presentation, which is in PowerPoint format. As long as you're logged into Google Docs, you should be able to access this PowerPoint without any problems. So you can go through the PowerPoint lesson. There's a video here that you can watch, various different activities that you can do, laboratory guidelines, things that you can do with your students to kind of just make sure that they understand lab concepts, even if they're not currently doing lab work in your classroom. We have some stuff on reliable sources of information. This is the NASA Education STEM website materials. So you can go to any of these different resources and learn about some NASA education related to STEM. And the next section, we have biology. You're always going to find a course and a textbook, as well as some worksheets that you can do with the students. And then as you move further down, you're going to see the Jovi websites, which are videos and transcripts that will be very helpful as far as filling in information for your biology course concepts. So we'll start at the top, and this is going to take you to the Biology Khan Academy website. This website is in French, so all of your information will automatically be in French. Again, you can translate it into English using that Google Translate extension. If you come up here, you click on the first chapter, you'll see on the left-hand side, it's broken down into all the chapters. When you click on the first chapter, you've got a nice little lesson here. You've got an activity, a video, and then another activity. So you can tell what it is by what the little logo looks like there. So you've got some different activities here you can do. You can either get to the next chapter by clicking in that first one, or you can go back to your page, and I have included all of those chapters down here individually as well. So that is your biology course. Then you have the option of a biology textbook, and this is through CK12. And if you scroll down, you'll see it's broken down into different chapters and subject areas. You'll find this very useful, going section by section so that you can follow the right sequence of events that this course should be taught in. All you do is click on the link, And you'll see a nice little lesson here about the scientific method. It's got very good graphics. You'll see sometimes they include videos. And then you've got some down here in the right-hand corner, you've got some practice problems. So you can click on there when you're ready and you guys can work on those practice problems together as a group, or you can have them, write down the answers on their paper and then move on to the next question. So that is your biology textbook. Over here, you're going to have a number of additional resources, labs that you can do with the kids. These are all worksheets, notes, things like that that'll help you teach your course. So for example, you've got, a nice little worksheet on bacteria, viruses, some reading material, and things like that. These are PDF documents, so they will be in English. You cannot translate them into French unless you have a PDF Adobe translator on your computer. And then what you could do is you could download this to your computer and you could have it translate the words. But you would have to have an Adobe license for that. So you can see it's broken down into all the different subject areas here. So there's a lot of good information. When you get to the bottom of the folder, you just click View More and it'll take you down to the very end. I have included some Amoeba Sister videos, which are just kind of very entertaining videos about different science topics. So they can make things a lot of fun. We have some assignments down here. You've got a video about fats, which happens to be a YouTube video. And then what you'll see is with the YouTube's videos, you can actually change the closed captioning down here into the French language. So first you have to turn it on, and then you'll have to come over here and you go to, let's see, where is it? Subtitles, and then you switch it to the language you want, and you'll see that the language has changed here down at the bottom. So you might be hearing it in English, reading it, or you might be reading it in English and reading it in French, but hearing it in English. So it's kind of a way for you to make your class a bilingual class. Okay, so this is the Jovi website. You'll see that they have, all the words in English to begin with. You can translate it all into French by clicking on that button there. And then your video will play in French. Even though the words on the screen are in English, the voice is in French. So that's a really good resource there. All right, so moving on. We'll go to chemistry next. For chemistry, you see that there's a course chemistry textbook. There's a chemistry course that's done through Khan Academy, just like the biology course. It's set up the same way. So you've got all of your chapters, you've got all of your sections. You can go to that section and see that they have 3 videos and an assignment here, which is really helpful to know what you're going to be getting into before your students show up. So at least you know that there's not only just the videos, but there's also the assignment. And this Khan Academy is in the French language, so you don't have to do any kind of translating, which is nice. Your chemistry textbook, again, is going to be through CK12. You can change the wording on here into the French language so that you guys can read it together. You just need to use that Google Translate extension. Again, that's up here in the right-hand corner. You hit translate, change it into French, and then as a class, you can read the material together in French and actually see the difference between the French and English versions of it. So this textbook is a really good resource for using it in a way that would be bilingual education. So you have the textbook, you have different activities, you have reading materials. these PDF documents cannot be translated into French because PDFs are actually considered pictures. So the picture itself cannot be translated, only words. So if you want, to have that English version available, that's a great way to. We also have other chemistry textbooks in here. This is a full online chemistry textbook, which again is in English. All right, so we also have physics in here. Again, there's a physics textbook, there's a physics course. The physics course is through Khan Academy, just like the other one, set up exactly the same way. So that'll be very helpful and useful. You have your physics textbook through CK12. I definitely recommend you use this textbook over the downloadable version because it just takes so long to download those textbooks. But you just click on the chapter, you got all your sections laid out for you so you know what to teach and when. We do have notes. We have different kinds of worksheets that you can do with the kids and print them out. To print those out, you just click on the worksheet, you go to the right-hand corner where the little printer button is, and then you can go ahead and just print that out for your students, or you can, just go through it together as a group. All right, and then we do have physics labs through Jovi. So Jovi, again, is that website that we pay for. Very good program. Once you're logged in, it's very easy to get in and out of these using the links from the classroom. You just got to make sure you're actually logged into Jovi at the time. You do have the option of different languages, so you can change this into French. You'll see that the words have changed to French down here for your transcript, and then the words inside of the video will be in French as well. So that is your science classroom. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns.